We are about 2 months into the school year, and if your child has already gotten sick, listen up. A recent survey of school nurses shows about 77% of nurse office visits happen in the winter. Joining us now to help safeguard our kids from the germs is Pediatric Doctor Nina Shapiro. Good morning to you, Dr. Shapiro.
Good morning, Melanie.
I'm sure every parent has experienced that moment. That's a word. Can you tell us what that is and what's behind it?
So we've all experienced that ew moment as parents or as caregivers of kids, and what that is what you know during the cold and flu season they're going to get sick, and then they put their fingers in their mouth, they pick their noses, they pick their friends' noses, they share their dirty pencils, so you just know that sharing all these germs, they're bound to get sick.
Yeah, picking their friends' noses, that's pretty gross.
Pretty popular.
Yeah. I understand the American Academy of Pediatrics has updated their guidelines for flu shots this season. Tell us about it.
So the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends flu shots in all people 6 months and up, including pregnant moms-to-be. And one of the changes they've made this year is that if you have a 6-month to 8-year-old, you need to give them 2 doses of the flu shot if they've never received a flu shot before. So that's one of the changes they've made. They really want to get extra protection this year. So 2 doses for the flu season if they've never seen the flu shot before.
Do we know if they're given at the same time, or do we have to space them out?
Usually they're spaced out about a month apart, and it's just giving them a little bit of extra protection against as many strains as they can. Some of the flu shots cover 4 strains, some of them cover 3 strains. Either way, they're great for protecting against the flu. There's also the nasal flu, something called the nasal flu mist, which can be given to kids 2 years and up, which is also great protection for the flu. If your child is needle phobic, it's a great option. What I also recommend, though, is don't wait. If your doctor doesn't have access to the flu mist, get whatever's available, because the protection really needs to start right now.
Yeah, that flu mist is always better than a shot. How can parents be prepared when sickness does strike, once they do get sick? What tips do you have?
So again, what you know the kids are going to get sick. They share things, they share their germs, whether it's at home with siblings or at school where the classroom is, where so many germs carry on. So you want to stay ahead of this. Besides getting the flu shot, you want to get your medicines in advance, not wait till your child gets that high fever, whether it's a cold or the flu. Children's Advil is great to have on hand at home. It's good for kids 2 and up. And it gets the fever down quickly, lasts about 8 hours. So getting them protected as opposed to waiting until they get that fever and you're out at the store, whether on their way home from school because they're sick or the middle of the night when they're sick. So stay ahead of the game, and you will thank yourself for doing that.
Now, other than a fever, what kinds of symptoms should we be looking out for if we want to head off a cold or flu before things actually get out of hand and it's too late?
So the flu tends to come on fast and hard, so that's usually a high fever. But the run-of-the-mill colds are actually a lot more common. Kids get up to 10 colds per year. Most of them are in the winter months, so staying ahead of it. If they have a stuffy nose or runny nose, something like children's Dimetap is great for congestion, runny noses. Stay ahead of it that way. They'll usually get better within a few days. The coughs, sort of the wet coughs that kids get, where they're not really sick with the flu, but they have that yucky cough or a low-grade fever. You can get the children's Robitussin day and night pack, which covers them for 24 hours, doesn't make them sleepy during the day, but loosens up the cough, but then allows them to sleep at night with the nighttime formula. So really, again, staying ahead of it, get the medicines now. If you're going to be traveling in the upcoming seasons, you can take them with you, because again, a lot of times when people travel is when kids get sick. In those planes, you know that you cannot spray the plane down with sanitizer, so just staying ahead of it, get your medicines now, get the flu shot now, don't wait until your child gets sick, and again, you will thank yourself.
All right, great advice, Dr. Nina Shapiro. Thank you so much for being here.